Vijayanagara, a kingdom filled with wealth, happiness and prosperity. The people lived joyfully there. Busy markets, beautiful temples, brave soldiers. And in the middle of all that, near the royal palace stood a large ancient well. This was not an ordinary well. For many years, it had provided drinking water to both the palace and the nearby villagers. Every morning, women arrived carrying water pots. Children played around the well. Merchants filled their containers with water. The well was like the heart of the town. But one rainy night, a terrible storm struck the kingdom. Strong winds blew violently. Tree branches broke apart. Mud and dirt slid into the streets. The next morning, the villagers who came near the well stopped in shock. The water had turned dark and dirty. Leaves floated on top. Trash had fallen inside. A horrible smell spread through the air. One woman quickly covered her nose. "Oh no, how can we use this water now?" she cried. Another man said worriedly, "If this isn't cleaned soon, the whole town will suffer from water problems." The news quickly reached the royal palace. King Krishnadevaraya became very concerned. "That well is important for our people. It must be cleaned immediately," he ordered. The ministers gathered several workers. Many strong men arrived. But the moment they looked into the well, their faces twisted in disgust. "The smell is unbearable." One man tried climbing inside, but within seconds he climbed back out. "The bottom is full of thick mud." Another worker complained, "This will take an entire week to clean." But none of them truly wanted to do the work. Everyone started making excuses. "There's no proper rope. The weather is too bad. There may be snakes inside." The king became furious. "Can none of you even clean a single well?" he shouted. At that moment, a man slowly walked through the palace entrance. A calm smile rested on his face. It was Tenali Raman. "My king, why are you so angry?" he asked politely. The king pointed toward the well. "No one is able to clean it. Can you do something?" Tenali quietly observed the well. For a few moments, he said nothing. Then he smiled softly. "My king, by tomorrow, this well will shine like new." The ministers burst into laughter. "What is he going to do? Is he some kind of magician?" they whispered mockingly. But Tenali said nothing. That evening, he went to the centre of the town. There, he ordered the royal drummers to beat their drums loudly. "Hear the royal announcement," shouted the guards. The townspeople quickly gathered around. Tenali announced loudly, "The king's precious golden ring has fallen into the old well." The crowd gasped in surprise. "A golden ring? It must be worth a fortune." Tenali continued, "Whoever finds the ring and returns it will receive a huge reward from the king." The moment people heard the word reward, their eyes sparkled with excitement. The next morning, a huge crowd gathered around the well. Some brought thick ropes, some brought buckets, others carried large containers to remove water. "One of us will surely find the ring," shouted a man. "No, I'll climb down first," another argued. One man climbed inside the well. "There's mud everywhere," he yelped. The others immediately began pulling water out from above. 1 hour passed. Then another. The villagers worked harder and harder. They removed the mud, pulled out broken branches, cleared away all the trash. Slowly, the dark, dirty water began turning clean again. The king and ministers stood nearby, watching everything. One minister said in amazement, "Yesterday no one wanted to work, but today everyone is competing to clean the well." The king smiled knowingly. By evening, the entire well had become completely clean. The water sparkled beautifully. The villagers cheered happily. Did anyone find the ring? Everyone searched again and again. But the golden ring was nowhere to be found. One villager looked up and asked, "Tenali, sir, where is the ring?" At that moment, Tenali Raman smiled calmly. That ring never fell into the well at all. Everyone froze in shock. What? Tenali folded his hands behind his back and said peacefully, "Yesterday, when asked to clean the well, nobody came. But the moment there was a reward, everyone rushed here willingly." For a moment, there was complete silence. Then suddenly, the entire crowd burst into laughter. Even King Krishnadeva Raya laughed loudly. "Tenali, you truly understand human nature better than anyone else," he said. Tenali bowed respectfully. Then he softly replied, "My king, some tasks cannot be completed through force. But when human desire is guided wisely, even the hardest work becomes easy." And from that day onward, the people of Vijayanagara remembered an important lesson forever. With intelligence, even the most difficult problems can be solved easily.